Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. John chapter 15, verse 13. Winter, 1950. The mountains of North Korea had become a frozen battlefield. Temperatures plunged to nearly 40 degrees below zero. Weapons froze. Engines struggled to start. Wounds stiffened in the bitter cold. Even breathing felt like inhaling shards of ice. Yet in that frozen wilderness stood the United States Marines, outnumbered, surrounded, and determined. What followed would become one of the greatest fighting withdrawals in military history. This is the story of the frozen Chosin. After the successful landing at Incheon, United Nations forces drove deep into North Korea. Many believed the war was nearly over, but hidden beyond the mountains, hundreds of thousands of Chinese communist soldiers crossed the border. On the night of November 27, 1950, they struck. Wave after wave poured through the darkness. Bugles echoed across the frozen valleys. The Marines suddenly found themselves surrounded on nearly every side. For many armies, that would have meant surrender. But Colonel Louis Chesty saw the situation differently. He reportedly said, "We're surrounded. That simplifies our problem." To Polar, every direction was now the front. There would be no surrender, only Marines fighting together until they broke through. That spirit became one of the defining legacies of the Chosin Reservoir campaign. When reporters later described them as retreating, Major General Oliver B. Smith gave one of the most famous replies in American military history. "Retreat? Hell, we're just attacking in another direction." Those words captured the spirit of every Marine on that battlefield. Every mile south had to be fought for. Every ridge had to be taken. Every convoy had to battle through ambush after ambush. The enemy held the high ground. The weather fought alongside them, yet the Marines refused to quit. At places like Tok Tong Pass, Fox Company became legendary. For days they held their position against overwhelming attacks. Cold, exhausted, and running low on ammunition, they stood firm. Their defense kept the escape route open for thousands of fellow Marines and soldiers. The battle became one of endurance as much as combat. Rifles had to be warmed before they would fire. Mortars froze. Medical supplies became brittle. Many casualties came not from bullets, but from frostbite severe enough to claim fingers, toes, and limbs. Still, the Marines pressed forward, not in panic, not in disorder, but with discipline. They evacuated their wounded, recovered their dead bodies whenever possible, protected one another, and continued fighting through some of the harshest conditions American troops had ever endured. By the time they reached the port of Hungnam, they had accomplished what many thought impossible. They had broken through encirclement, saved thousands of United Nations troops, evacuated civilians, and denied the enemy the complete victory they sought. The Chosin Reservoir campaign came at a tremendous cost. Thousands were killed, wounded, or suffered life-changing frostbite. But their courage displayed there became part of Marine Corps legend. The nickname, the Frozen Chosin, would forever remind America of men who refused to surrender to fear, cold, or impossible odds. The story reminds us that courage is not the absence of hardship. Courage is standing your ground when every reason says you should give up. The Marines at Chosin proved that discipline, faithfulness to one another, and unwavering resolve can overcome circumstances that appear hopeless. As believers, the truth speaks beyond the battlefield. The Apostle Paul wrote in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." Every Christian faces battles. Some are visible, many are not. There are seasons of discouragement, times when the road seems frozen beneath our feet, moments when the enemy appears to surround us. But God's people are not called to quit. We are called to endure, to remain faithful, to keep moving forward, trusting that the Lord walks before us. The Marines of Chosin fought their way through the frozen mountains. The Christian fights putting on the whole armor of God, standing firm in faith, and refusing to compromise the truth of His Word. The battle may be difficult, the road may be narrow, but endurance has always marked faithful men. The Frozen Chosin is more than a military story. It is a reminder that the human spirit, strengthened by conviction and loyalty, can persevere through extraordinary trials. May we honor those Marines by remembering their sacrifice, and may we face our own battles with the same determination to never quit. God bless the United States Marine Corps, and God bless America.